All right, here we go. So this just came in. This is a package from a viewer, and you know who you are. It's B. Walsh, huge supporter of the channel. Thank you for sending this my way. Now, I'm not going to act like I don't know what's in here, but I was kind of confused because some people like unboxing, some people don't. If you don't like unboxings, feel free to go ahead and skip forward a few minutes. This is just going to be my first impressions. So yeah, let's check it out. By the way, full review on this guy coming soon, and this is one that people have been wanting me to get on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. All right, and inside we've got a little note. All right, basically he says, feel free to carry and cut. Right on. We're gonna need this some more. All right. All right, guys. So this is one that I really wanted to get my hands on. And if you've already seen other people's reviews, this probably looks familiar to you. This is the Kalem Blades Ari. Now, I have no idea who Kalem Blades is, but I remember when these came out, and they're a beautiful knife. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so first off, I've got to say, like, this knife looks beautiful on the internet. It looks great. It looks good in the pictures, looks good in videos. There's nothing quite like getting something like this in your hands. First flick. Yeah, that action is smooth. Something that I really like about this knife is that at first glance it looks like your regular frame lock, but it has this copper carbon fiber bolster right there that not only looks good, but it also keeps you from putting too much pressure on that lock bar. Yeah, that action is fantastic. Let's see about a front flip here. Yeah, that's great. I love this deployment hole. I like the fact that it's not a full regular oval like you see in a lot of knives. I like the fact that it's a little bit different. The bidirectional satin finish on that blade looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, I have an affinity for heavier knives, so I'm not a good person to ask about whether or not this knife is too heavy to carry. But I'm going to go ahead and put this on the scale for those of you who must know. So here we go. On the scale of truth, how much does it weigh? I'm going to say this weighs somewhere in the realm of about 4.4 ounces, maybe 4.5. Ooh, well, I was close enough. It's 4.9, so just shy of 5 ounces. So yeah, if you're someone that will not carry a knife over 4 ounces, yeah, this might not be for you. However, if you aren't afraid of a little bit of weight and you like something with great action, you might consider this. I'm trying to remember what this blade steel is. I want to say it's 20 CV, maybe S35 VN. Future me, please put it up on there. What's the blade steel? I know that the handle scales are titanium, and those are fat slabs of titanium too. Looks like we do get some pocketed milling on the inside, and thank goodness too, otherwise this would be even more heavy. Again, I'm not really worried about the weight. Gosh, this is the knife that it's so much better in the hands. Everything from that single-sided captive pivot. I love the design on the pivot, the clouds. It looks beautiful. And if you are someone that enjoys front flipping, can you do it? I can't. Maybe you can, I can't. If this were mine, I would 100% reverse flick this exclusively. Maybe get some front flipper action in there. It feels like ceramic bearings. The blade is not light, so it is drop shut, but it's also smooth. I like that we get a bit of a swedge up here at the top. That's cool. And of course, jimping. That's great. Now, it doesn't really have a finger cutout right here, but it does have a landing spot for your finger. So you can get your index finger and your thumb nice and parallel. That provides a really, really good grip. Could you pinch grip it? Yeah, no problem. Could you reverse grip it? Yeah, no problem. This feels great in the hands. A lot of it has to do with the fact that these edges are knocked down, not quite rounded over, more like squared, but they feel finished. This feels like a finished product. The lockup on here, it's kind of hard to see because it's back in there, but we're looking at somewhere in the realm of, I would call that about a 20% lockup. There is, yep, didn't expect any. There is no blade play. That is a perfect solid lockup. And the blade is, of course, centered. I got to hand it to him. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first production knife from Kalem Blades. I could be mistaken, but this is the first I've ever seen from them, and they did a fantastic job. I love the fact that the pocket clip is actually reversible. Check that tab right there. A lot of companies are afraid to do reversible pocket clips because they think that it messes up the flow of the design on the other side when you're not using that other side for the clip. But honestly, a little tab like that, perfect, fits perfect. I don't feel like it's being interrupted at all. The design flow is excellent. I love the pivot design. I love the design on the pivot. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like we have T8 hardware all around. We'll go ahead and double check that. Yep, T8 for the pivot, T8 for the body screws, and T8 for the pocket clip. That's fantastic, guys. That is fantastic, and it's not a small knife. At just shy of 5 ounces, it shouldn't be. But wow, that feels good. I'm going to try to find these online, and if I can, I'll pop a link down in the description down below. Wow. Now, I've seen these, if I'm not mistaken, I've seen these with the foil carbon fiber, and those are pretty good too. The one thing that it's missing, and it's probably not even necessarily missing it, I just like it on a knife like this, backspacer. As you can see, we just have those standoffs right there. I'm not even going to call them barrel spacers because they're standoffs. And I would have preferred to have seen a backspacer. A couple reasons for that. Number one, when it's in your pocket, and I would assume this is in your pocket because this is a knife that I would love to carry, it's going to protect the edge of the blade from crap in your pockets. I've said it a ton of times. I'll say it again. It's nice for that reason. Reason number two is that these body screws have something solid to screw into. And so it means that you're not going to end up with a spinning standoff and then having to hold two screwdrivers when you go to loosen those. That's fantastic, guys. This is the first time that I've had a chance to ever put my hands on one, and this is impressive. As a first design from Kalem Blades, this is absolutely bananas. Some people are not a huge fan of front flippers. One of the reasons why I like them is that it guarantees jimping right there. A lot of companies are moving away from jimping because it messes with the design flow or it's not even needed. You know what? It doesn't cost any extra to put jimping there, but it vastly improves the stability of your grip, especially in a saber grip or in a choked up grip. You got to have it. You got to have it. I don't know why anyone would create a full-size knife without it. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section down below. How important is jimping to you? The fact that we have milled out and pocketed handle scales really says a lot. And the fact that they decided to make this more than just a regular carbon fiber or like, you know, a different material. The attention to detail and understanding that knife guys want to carry something that they like and that they like the look of. It's a very attractive blade shape. It's almost a harpoon, but it's definitely a drop point. The swedge at the top is going to offer some great cutting relief. And if we look over here at the plunge grind on this hollow grind, you can see that it actually allows for a lot of life on that edge bevel. That's wonderful. Wow. This is not a full review, guys. I had to get this out of the box because I knew it was here and I wanted to share it. And I I left it up to B. Walsh. I said, listen, half my audience likes unboxings, the other half does not. The tiebreaker goes to you. And he said, do an unboxing. Give him a teaser. Do a short one. So you'll notice that there wasn't any intro on this, but we're going to go ahead and leave it at that. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, boo-hoo, you know what to do. And if you want to check out the full review, when that comes out, I will go ahead and link that at the end of this video. Or you could always hit subscribe and then, of course, hit the notification bell, because then you will be notified when that comes out. Either way, I'm Rollshambo. I'll catch you on the flip side.